Hi there, welcome to the latest episode of Shop Local All the Way, featuring some of our Big Frog store owners. Today's episode is actually international since we're featuring our store in Long Island and our store in Edmonton, Canada. So welcome, thank you for joining us. So if you don't know what the Shop Local All the Way campaign is, essentially what you can do to help your local community is nominate your favorite local small business at your Big Frog store, and they'll have a chance to win a $100 gift certificate to get their own branded team gear. So that's a great opportunity for them to, in a free way, really endorse their own brand and get their name out there. So please go out there, nominate your favorite local small business and at your local Big Frog. You can nominate by clicking or scanning that QR code on the screen or going to bigfrog.com/shoplocal. So the other thing that you need to be aware of if you're watching us live on LinkedIn or Facebook or wherever you may be, if you comment, you have the opportunity to win a free Shop Local t-shirt at your Big Frog store. So please feel free to comment and support your Big Frog store and their customers here. So first, I want to introduce, and just so you know, I'm out of my home today. My allergies are messed up. And behind me, you see the Big Frog of South Edmonton store as the background. So, and they'll be on the show. But first, I want to say welcome to Debbie Galvez. Hi, Debbie.
Hello. Hi.
We're matchy.
I know, we have the same Shop Local shirt. It's awesome.
Big Frog owns the store in Big Frog of Selden with her husband, Chris. And her favorite person, Josh.
Yes,
so.
Josh, our manager. He's wonderful. Everybody knows him.
Yep, everyone loves Josh. So thank you for being here today, Debbie.
Thank you for having me.
I thought you could tell us a little bit about you and your journey into becoming a business owner, entrepreneur, and how you got involved with Big Frog.
Sure. So me and Chris, my husband, always wanted to own our own business. And we just didn't know how to go about doing that. So we thought maybe franchising would be a good way to do that, because they assist you with all the steps and the unknowns of opening a new business. And you guys did. You guys are great and helping us along with the steps, because you don't know how to open your own business. There's a lot to know. And with franchising, you guys helped us along the way. So it's just something we've always had a dream to do, and we did it. So with you guys' help. So.
Well, we love having you as a franchisee.
Thank you.
So I know you're super active in the community. Why don't you tell us how you've been supporting local, especially, I know you have the whole time you've been there for 5 years, but I know during COVID you did a lot, and I thought you could just share what you've done.
Sure. So we try to support local no matter, all the time. We're involved with our Chamber of Commerce's in the area. One of the best ways we found to support local businesses and help local businesses is through any kind of helping them raise funds, maybe for their organization or their group, through these online stores that we set up for them. So it helps us and it helps them that we set up an online store, and people that want to support them or help support them go online, maybe buy a t-shirt or some other items that support them, and a portion of the proceeds go back to them at the end of the sale. So it's a great way to help them, help us, and have the community involved with supporting local businesses.
Yeah, I know you've raised a lot of funds over the years.
Yep, definitely.
Debbie, also keep an eye out for Debbie's emails, because she does collect food for the local food bank quite a bit through the year.
Yep, we always have a food drive going on where we give back a coupon. If you donate a canned food item, we give you back a coupon to use in our store at a later time. So, and we donate that to a local church.
Excellent.
Yep.
And they're right near a local COVID testing site. So just if you're getting a COVID test, you can drop off a can.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm sure everyone's getting COVID tested lately, especially here.
So, since this is all about supporting local small business, I thought you could share the marketing tactics, at least some of your secret tactics that have worked to drive your business over the last few years.
Not too much of a secret. It's our best marketing tactic is really just our customer service. I would say that's one of our best marketing. It's all based through referrals, word of mouth. If the customers treated right and they tell friends and friends tell friends, and it becomes we're a little kept secret that people like to go to because we're nice. We want to make people happy and we do the job right, and that's why people choose to use us. So it's not really a secret, just be nice to people, and then people refer other people. So that's really one of our best marketing tactics that we've found.
Mm-hmm. Big Frog of Selden has some of our best reviews out there. So that's absolutely true.
Yeah.
Excellent. So I know we have one of your favorite customers with us today as well. Would you like to introduce Rebecca?
Sure. She's coming in. Okay, there's Rebecca. Rebecca's from Musical Journeys, which is a local, they give music lessons to children and adults, I guess, also too, Rebecca, right?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. She has a non-for-profit also that she gives back music. She'll explain it to you a little bit more. Do you hear the children sing? That she gives back music lessons to some children in need. And but she's awesome. My kids have been using her for years, and they're beautiful piano players, thanks to her and all her. And she has such a cute little place, and helps kids with NISMA prep, but she'll tell you all her good stuff. So,
yeah, thank you for joining us, Rebecca.
My pleasure.
I took a peek at your website, and your space is adorable. I love how you did the decor. It looks so homey.
Thank you so much.
So why don't you, Debbie, kind of give us the high level. Why don't you give us, tell us some more about your business, how you got started, why you love it, and how it's doing.
Sure. So my name is Rebecca Cypher, and I'm the owner of Musical Journeys. It's a local private music studio here in Holtsville, New York. I have been teaching personally for 12 years. What started as kind of like my side hustle became something that I love and wanted to do as my career. And so previous to starting a storefront, I was traveling to my students' homes doing private lessons. And then I opened my storefront in 2019. And it's been it's created a sense of community with my students, because rather than me just traveling to them, they have a place to come. And we have several teachers on staff now. So it's really been a blessing to see how it's grown.
That's amazing. And I know Debbie also mentioned how you've been giving back to the community. What is that? What do you do there?
Sure. So it's really always been important to me to give back, as a music teacher. I know it's like a privilege for a lot of kids to get music lessons, and that I want to make it something that everybody can have. So I started a nonprofit organization called Do You Hear the Children Sing? And my students are actively involved with the fundraising process, and Debbie of Big Frog has been amazing with helping us with all the fundraisers and creating our logo. And we couldn't do it without her. She's incredible. And we sponsor kids' music lessons in low-income areas, and that's been around since about 2018. We started that.
So I did have a question in terms of, the lessons. This is just more of a curiosity point. Do they ever graduate out of your program? I mean, do they just get through high school and then go to music school, or how does that? Is there a level where you're go be a virtuoso, get out of here?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I fell in love with the private lesson model because you have long-term relationships with your students. I have kids who've been in my studio for 12 years, and now they're graduating high school, they're going on to music school or doing, maybe something non-music related, but I have had the privilege of seeing them grow up and being a part of their journey, hence the name. And it's just a really nice model. They're not in your life for a couple months or a year. It's long term, and you get to become a mentor and be involved in their life. So.
And I saw you do piano and vocal and strings.
Yes, we do string lessons. We do guitar. We do flute as well.
Okay. I was a woodwind girl myself, so. All right. So why don't you tell us about what you think one of the most critical things you've done as a small business owner to make sure that you succeed?
Sure. So, it's been an interesting journey, to say the least, because starting my storefront in 2019, a few months later, we had the pandemic. And so I think really the most important thing that I've discovered is, as your business grows, to stay true to your ideals and who you are and why you started the business in the first place. As I mentioned, I love teaching. I love the private lesson model. I love being involved in these kids' lives, and having a business where you create that sense of community where kids feel like they belong. That has been, I think, the thing that has kept my business going throughout the pandemic, because the loyalty of my students' families, they wanted to keep me going, keep my business going. And so that really came full circle during the time where I needed them the most. They stuck by me. So.
Oh, and I love that so many communities did that, reached out and supported each other through this. That's amazing. So obviously COVID was a challenge. What other challenges have you faced as a small business owner, and how did you overcome those?
I guess it's just really trying to learn how to run a business, and there's such an ebb and flow. You have to learn to really ride the waves, the good times, the bad times, the unknowns. You really don't know month to month some things that are going to happen, and you're learning how to run a business. So I guess the biggest challenge has been learning to just go with it and to realize, that may have been a rough month, but next month will be better. What can I to constantly reevaluate and see how you can make yourself better? And then also, I guess be trying to stay as true to yourself as you can as you grow, there's a tendency to try to compromise your values and just to stay true to the integrity with you started.
Mm-hmm. That's very good. I like that. I think we all try to be transparent, ethical business owners, right? I mean, it's so important. That's wonderful. Anything else you'd like to add? Any self-promo?
I'll just have to say really quick that I know this is a Big Frog interview, and I definitely could not run my business without Big Frog of Selden and how they've contributed, not only in just the fundraising part of it, which was such a big help, but just, in creating such a beautiful logo, which I'm wearing. And, the kids in my community, they'll see each other in school or in the mall, and it's like, oh, you go to Musical Journeys. It's just created a really cool sense of community that's definitely added to my business. So grateful for them.
Thank you, Rebecca.
That's very nice. Thank you, Rebecca.
Rebecca,
although I know Debbie is the bomb, so that's not a surprise.
Thank you. Rebecca's great too. Awesome.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us, Rebecca. I know you have to run, so thank you for being here.
My pleasure. Have a wonderful day.
You
Thanks,
too.
Rebecca.
Bye. All right. So, Debbie, anything else you'd like to add besides that it's cold?
It's very cold. It's very cold. And we sell sweatshirts. And
we have
tea.
stuff for that.
Yeah, we can take care of the colds. Nope, that's it. Just come down and see us. We're here. Like I said, we have great customer service, so we're always here to help and do it with a smile.
All right.
Yep.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Debbie, for joining
Thank you.
us. All right, so if you want to help support your local small business, you can run over to Debbie's and nominate someone, or go to bigfrog.com/shoplocal. And remember, they could win a $100 gift card to brand their business and help them grow. All right. So next, we have two of my favorite Big Frog owners, Shannon and Brian from South Edmonton. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hi, Tina.
And we matched too.
I know. Look at us.
Everybody matched.
I got the memo. Brian didn't.
Excellent. Speaking of cold, I'm sure it's horrible up there.
It's not bad, not too bad, actually.
Interestingly enough, it's about 1 degree Celsius, which is like shorts and sandal weather in January in Edmonton. So
it's all relative, I suppose.
That's right. That's right. Yes.
Well, thank you for joining us today. So everyone, this is Shannon and Brian of Big Frog at South Edmonton. Feel free to comment on their Facebook page, and you could win a free t-shirt from them as well. They have two of their favorite customers here today. But Brian and Shannon, first tell us about how you got started with Big Frog, what you like about it, how you're interacting with your community.
How did we get Tom Suggett?
It's all Tom's fault.
Tom, my best friend, he bought the franchise rights for Canada, and we were retired basically from the restaurant industry.
And we recently moved back to Edmonton from Nova Scotia, and he approached us and gave us, and we met with you and Ron and the team, and we thought, why not? Let's do this.
We thought it was a great.
It's t-shirts. We can do
this. It's t-shirts. How hard can it be?
We thought it was a great brand, a great opportunity to learn new things, and also we thought it would be a fun adventure too.
And it is, and it has been.
And we see different customers every day, which is very exciting because they're always bringing in new ideas. Obviously, I mean that's what we're all about. And that makes it exciting, and our designers have fun with the customers as well. Not just doing, there are plain Jane logos or whatever you want to call them, but they also get to experiment and make the designs better for them. And I love it. I'm not good at that part, but I love the people that we meet every day, and they're new.
Absolutely.
And we create a great atmosphere, and they're repeat customers are coming back, and it's just
yesterday was our 5-month anniversary.
Congratulations.
So, thank you. So we're learning every day. We're all learning every day. Our staff, Brian and I, it's like, and of course, coming through a pandemic and opening up a business, it's been certainly interesting, but every day is an adventure. And I think that that's what we love about it.
Okay, good. I'm glad. I have always been amazed at the diversity of customers and the needs they have. And it can be very fulfilling.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
No, but it's great. And it's also been great to have Albert and Aiden, who are my store manager and are one of our designers, and being able to work with them, and they're loving it, and we're loving the fact that they're loving it. And so absolutely, it's just been.
And they're trying to teach old dogs new tricks.
Yeah.
It's good. It keeps you on your toes.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. Yes, that's for sure. Yeah.
Certainly.
Good. And I know as soon as you've opened, you started giving back to the community right away. Do you want to chat about some of your passion projects?
Well, we were approached by the Stollery Children's Hospital, which is one thing that we're passionate about, is kids and 6 kids, like just helping. So we did kind of a gift in kind event for them in November?
I think it was November.
November. And it was great, and we got great exposure, but we didn't do it for the exposure. We just did it because that's
Right.
something that, I mean, sick kids, right?
Right near to her heart. Yeah.
And I know that in the spring, we're looking at sponsoring the Edmonton Humane Society. And, so it's like pets and kids.
Yep.
That's what we do, right? Like it's the little ones.
Mhm.
So we're slowly, and I mean, absolutely, moving forward, we'll see what other options are out there and opportunities with fundraising.
Yeah, fundraising we want to get involved with Order My Gear. We're just about to start.
Yes.
We're having talks with them.
Yes, we're just in the midst of
Oh,
that.
great.
We're in the midst of the Order My Gear, so we want to do exactly what Selden was doing as well, their store, and to be able to give back to schools. And we're very excited about that. But as you know, we're in our infancy of the business, and it's a slow build, but it's coming very well.
It'll be there.
Yeah.
Good.
When we have this conversation next year, it'll be a little different.
That's right.
It takes time, especially
Exactly.
COVID has been a challenge up in your area too. So I know you've had to deal with multiple lockdowns and issues like that too. So you guys are doing really well.
But that being said, we have amazing clientele and we have amazing return customers, and you'll talk to them in a minute, but it's been really fantastic considering the situation that unfortunately
So you guys were successful business owners prior to this as well. What tips and tricks do you have for making sure your business is successful, or what should people even avoid possibly?
Staff.
If you don't have great
You have
staff,
to have good staff. You have
good
to.
staff.
It's. I think that is.
Yeah.
Been like just having great staff, respecting them, they respecting us. It's been key.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then when the staff are great, then they give the customer great service or the client, and it's just kind of a like a snowball effect.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They're amazing, and they're fun, they're friendly, they enjoy coming to work, which is, that is the biggest thing.
And I cook them lunch every day.
Yeah, and pretty much.
That'll do it.
And I feed them.
And we feed them, pretty much.
I'd be happy working there too then. So
Exactly.
And I mean, obviously the equipment we have is top notch. Everything we have to do, we have great support from
good. I'm glad.
You guys
from the franchise oars like BFCC and
Canada, BFFG,
and that's integral in opening a business when you have support from them, and they can help you guide along, and they're there to grow with you too.
Yeah.
So that's really important. That's one of the reasons we got involved as well, is that we know what a franchise business is, being involved with one before, and that just gives you a level of comfort that you have someone or a place to fall back on if you need anything. And
it's a great support system.
It's a great support system.
And it's good. And again, it goes from like the top down. So it's like BFFG, BFCC, and then Brian and I, and then our staff. So as long as we're all on the same page and we're working together, and we like coming to work.
And the staff can call you guys as well, and that's nice. That doesn't normally happen.
Yeah.
So it's very good.
Yes. So I think that's one of the most critical things where we're at right now, because we're still kind of in like limbo with COVID, but there's a ton of systems like OMG and things that we can, if we have to, not that we want to, but if we had to do a lockdown, we know that we could do, online sales.
Business, yes.
Exactly. Yeah, we can
Absolutely.
still be in business.
That's
exactly.
right.
Yeah. And that's what's really important to us.
Yeah. We have bills to pay.
Um, so I know we have two of your favorite customers
Yes.
with us today.
Yay.
So first up is Curtis. Do you want to introduce him, Shannon or
Yes.
Brian?
Yeah, Curtis is.
Hi, Curtis.
I think Curtis is
Hi,
a
Curtis.
3 or 4 or 5 peak customer. He owns an electrical business in Edmonton.
And one of the nicest people I've ever talked to on the phone. Just saying.
Yeah, and he's a true sweetheart. He came in, boy, I think it was back in September, and like we fell in love with him right away. He fell in love with us basically because he was just a nice guy. And you know what? Sometimes that's hard to find out there, right? And he just we gave him some good product as far as we know, or he wouldn't be coming back. And as I said, he's supported us and continues to support us till just even in the last couple of weeks ago, we ordered some more.
And he's a hard working dude, and he's hustling all the time.
All right.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
That's a lot of endorsements, Curtis.
I don't know what to say.
Well, why don't you tell us more about what ICE does, the range of services, how you got started, how long you've been in business?
Sure, absolutely. So I started just this past September. I think we're about as old as Big Frog Edmonton, and it was a brainchild of mine and my partners, and we just decided, hey, this is an opportunity that presented itself to the both of us, and here we are. We provide residential, new construction and renovation, commercial new construction and renovation, and just we're out there for whoever needs us for whatever electrical needs you have. So I'm pretty sure it's still fine on the walls of Edmonton when we walked in. So. Of Brian's store. So that's how new we both are. So
is it just you and your partner, or do you have techs too now?
Just me and my partner, and one employee so far, but that's you got to start off somewhere, and we plan to grow slowly. As I've learned, a company is not the easiest thing to run, but that's where we're at right now. So
well, congratulations. That's exciting.
Thank you.
It's good to start small and ramp. Get the infrastructure, learn what you're doing. Don't make those expensive mistakes, Yeah,
for sure.
It's way better that way.
Absolutely. Yeah, everybody's learning every day. You can't, you just take little bits here and there where you can and just grow.
Mm-hmm. Great. So you're also involved in the community. Have you been giving back to the community, or how do you interact with it?
So, I mean, the community is where it's at. You got to support your community and they support you. So, unfortunately, ICE hasn't been around long enough to be a part of, the bigger community picture yet. Me personally, I've been lucky enough to be a part of a couple of really big things for me personally. Sorry. A few years ago, I had the opportunity to give back to Wellspring Edmonton, which is a cancer rehabilitation center. So that one hit home really. So, and then other things like Stars Lottery and some Winner's Choice Edmonton Oilers lottery houses as well. So I do know that, you got to give back when you can, and when you're asked, you deliver. You're there for your community when you need it, because when you need it, your community is there for you. So
exactly,
you got to
pay it forward as much as you can.
Absolutely, 100%.
Oh, that's amazing. So as you've really launched this business in the last 6 months, what has been your primary way to get your name out there? Has it been, besides the wonderful T-shirts you've gotten from Shannon and Brian?
100%. It's social media and branding and just getting yourself out there. And, was said before, is word of mouth is huge. You got to treat everyone like family. it's treat them like they're your own, and they're going to recommend you to, someone else down the road. So that's the biggest thing. And social media, I know, Facebook, Instagram, your websites and stuff, that's huge. And obviously branding, that's a big part of it. So thank you to Brian and Shannon and their team. They've been absolutely amazing with everything we've come in and asked for. It's ready the same day or the next day. So that's been huge for us, and we appreciate them.
Does ICE stand for something?
It's just ICE. It's something we
Canada.
came up with, a few years ago. It's cold here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
That's okay.
It all started back when Edmonton's ice district started. So it stuck. My 7-year-old drew the penguin for our logo. So
that's awesome. So if you need electrical work, Curtis and Ice Electric is the way to go. Obviously, Brian and Shannon did not lie. He is a sweetheart, and you should definitely look them up. I would use you, but I think you're a little far for Tampa, Florida. So.
Oh, hey, I'd love to visit Tampa.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
I was about to say, Curtis, you're like, listen,
Let's
you
go.
need me, let me know. Book me the ticket.
Absolutely. Yeah, Shannon and Brian are coming too. So
yeah, buy a t-shirt, get a ticket to Tampa.
There you go.
There you go. Awesome, you guys.
Well, thank you so much for being here, Curtis. We really appreciate it. Do you have any final words?
Not really. Just try and support your community. Times are tough for everybody right now. I think with COVID, everyone's just at their wits' end and just ready for this thing to finish. But stay strong, everybody. Stay safe and support small businesses where you can, and give to them, and they'll give back to you 100%.
Absolutely. Thank you, Curtis.
Thanks, Curtis.
Thanks, you
Yay,
guys.
Curtis. That was awesome. Thank you.
So that's a good point, everyone. Go to bigfrog.com/shop local, nominate your favorite local small business, and they could win a $100 gift card from the Marowitches here, where you can brand your business even better.
Exactly.
All right. So next we have one of your other favorite customers, Chad Whiteside. Would you like to introduce Chad?
Hi, Chad.
Hi, guys.
Welcome to the show. So Chad and his partner Lisa are they run an outfitting company based out of Fishing Lodge. Will you go ahead?
Of Sandspit in BC, but we're friends with Chad and Lisa. Shannon has known Lisa for many, many years, and it just so happened that
you were at the airport.
We were at the airport and we ran into each other, and we just got talking, and all of a sudden he said, well, I need some t-shirts from you guys. And this was back in April, I think it was.
Before we even opened the store.
And so because BFCC had the printer at the office just setting up, and that was going to be our printer, we were able to help him out. And so Chad runs a fishing lodge and is a well-known man amongst the community all around Edmonton.
He was one of the first people to give us an opportunity to do merchandise for him.
Yeah.
And since then, we have nothing but love and respect for him and Lisa, and obviously Sandspit. And he was probably one of our first
customers.
Yeah. And the fact that he rolled the dice on us, we totally appreciate it. Yeah. And we will never not appreciate it. And such a successful business.
Yep.
And we can't wait to
thank you guys.
We can't wait to go fishing there.
Yep.
I did check out your website, and now I want to go too. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Tina, you, me, Ron, Brian, let's go fishing.
I do have to say,
I know a guy.
The size of those fish, I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't think I could reel one of those in.
Let's do it. There's no alligators there.
No alligators.
Oh, well, count me in then.
Well, when we come back to your house, we'll look at the alligators.
Well, welcome, Chad. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, guys.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about when you started your fishing lodge, kind of the scope of your business?
So I've had a passion for the outdoors my whole life. I think I was 20 when I figured out that I wanted to semi-retire is what I thought and become involved with the lodge. My grandparents were avid fishermen. And at 40, I got tired of the corporate life. I decided that, you know what, I am going to take the plunge. And with the support of some great people behind me, it all kind of came together. I found a lodge and some guys that believed in me enough to take it over and run it and have been with me from the beginning. And as transition, you grow and it just keeps going. So in 2017, I resigned from the corporate world and started a blank slate, never been involved in the fishing aspect to this scale. I've always been involved in the outdoor world enough, guided, outfitted pretty much on and off since my late teens till, well, I'm still doing it. So I don't find it a job. It's a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. You get to meet some of the greatest people. They become friends. I have clients that I met back in 1997 and now are supporting me in this venture as well. So it's a big bump.
Congratulations.
Thank
you offer a wide range of things too, like actual overnight at the lodge and, 3 or 4 day trips.
Yeah, we had to diversify. A fishing lodge is great, but there's so many more opportunities in that outfitting business and to teach people how to fish, to take them to an island. So we are situated, and I'll give you a little breakdown. We're situated on an archipelago island of Canada. It's called Haida Gwaii. Sandspit is the town. Sandspit Adventures, well, that's the business. So it's just an adventure, and it's great. It's one of the greatest places on earth to me. I could spend every day there.
So how's it in the winter though? Is it all frozen?
I don't spend my winters there. I'm sitting in Alberta in the winter time because it gets to about 32 degrees Fahrenheit, but it's such a damp cold. I don't enjoy it. It's a dark, gloomy, cloudy situation. So I like sunshine. So I come back to Alberta in my winters right now.
Gotcha. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. I don't like that damp cold. It gets in your bones.
Yeah, you can't wear enough wool underwear to keep you warm.
Yeah. So in terms of all that, what challenges, over the last few years have you faced as a small business owner?
So as a small business owner, a lot of challenges. You're a tourist attraction. You're a seasonal business. Dealing with banks was not the easiest thing for us in the beginning. It's getting better as we go. Thank goodness we've got people that back us and support us that, believe in what we do. We run an 80% repeat clientele. So that has to say a lot about what we're doing. I think going back to relationships, it's those people that believe in you, and word of mouth is one of the best things we've had. You can't get enough of that. We just push forward and, all of a sudden you got 2 guys that come or 2 families that come, and all of a sudden now there's 20 that come in a group, and we have a lot of fun with it. You get to see first, second, and third generation kids and families coming. So it's kind of neat.
That's amazing. So is that, when you say word of mouth, that's your primary way to get new business? Do you advertise at all, like in travel magazines or anything like that?
I advertise on the Outdoor Network. I have another great friend that supported me from the beginning. He has a TV show, so we do a lot of commercials with him. We do 1 trade show a year because I'm not a fan of trade shows. So we do one that really means a lot to us. We do the SCI show. It gives back to the outfitting, the hunting and fishing world. Okay. So we do that show. I just got back from there actually Monday. It's a great cause. We donate to Ronald McDonald House. We donate a trip a year for them to raffle off. So that's a great cause.
Yeah.
Kids. So underprivileged kids that are trying to play sports, we donate a trip to 2 for them to auction off every year. And that's been good support for them and great publicity for us. So it's kind of it's a well-rounded thing. We have a branded store. branding to me is the biggest key for a business. If you're going to change a logo and a look of a business continually, you'll never get that following. I took some great advice from my corporate side of life. Build a logo, brand it, and stick with it, and just keep it simple. Like Brian and Shannon, they love my logo. The comments we just got back from our show, we've got a trade show booth, and everybody comes up and goes, your logo stands out so much more than anybody else's. It's so crisp, it's so clean, and yet it's so simple. So I've stuck to that simple side of it, and it's helped a lot. So
it is a
as
very
you can
nice
tell,
logo.
I'm wearing all my Sandspit stuff right now.
Good job.
I'm a walking billboard.
That's how it should be.
Absolutely.
Excellent. So I do have, as a fisher person myself, are there spots out there that you go to catch those fish? Like here we guard our grouper spots. You know, no one knows where they are. Is it just, it's all open up there?
You catch them right here. That's where I always say, right there. That's that's where I caught it, right there. I don't point it out.
You don't need to know anything else.
He's not going to give it away, Tina.
Okay, I was just curious.
You gotta pay for it, Tina.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
And cell phones don't work, so you can't pin it when you're out there. It's great.
Oh man.
No. So we fish the ocean. It is a great opportunity for us. We like. I've got experienced guides that are, I call it the old crony group of guides. My guides are all older than me. There's over 115 years of experience between 6 of us. So you got guys that love to fish and are passionate. I have a retired dentist works for me as a guide. He loves it. It's a diverse group of guys. Retired school teacher that has guided since he graduated university and had the opportunity every summer to take off. So there's something that draws people to that outdoor world.
That's what you should
That's
do.
awesome.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, I love the website. I just couldn't believe how big halibut and cod were. I had no idea.
They get big, but don't tell anybody where they are.
Awesome. Is there anything else you'd like to share, Chad, before we sign off?
I think, and if any small business, if there's any advice I can say, is cash flow is probably the biggest killer for most businesses. So you know, have a great relationship with a bank or have a cash flow positive business in any setup. You need that, or else you die.
Yeah,
That's cool.
that's very true.
That would be my advice to any entrepreneur.
Cash is king. And I don't know if where you are it's the same, but down here we have better luck with community local banks than the bigger chains. So I don't know if that's
absolutely.
Okay. So I recommend always finding a good community bank that can support you and grow with you.
Absolutely.
All right, excellent. Well, thank you, Chad, so much.
Thanks, Chad.
Thank you guys very much. Thanks for the opportunity. Remember, shop local. Go see Brian and Shannon for all your apparel needs.
Awesome.
That's
Good
right.
That's amazing. Well, thank you guys for having 2 great guests on. It was fun to hear from them.
Yes, thank you very much for hosting us.
Yeah, thanks for having us. Oh my goodness.
Of course.
And let's just keep on keeping on, right?
Yep. Remember to support local, support Shannon and Brian and any of your local businesses. We appreciate it. And nominate your favorite local small business with Big Frog of South Edmonton. All right. Well, thanks, guys. I appreciate everyone being here. So again, go to bigfrog.com/shoplocal to nominate your favorite local small business. People who have commented in our Facebook pages are eligible to get a free t-shirt from their local Big Frog as well. So make sure you follow up with Brian and Shannon or Debbie there. So nominate now. You can click on that QR code as well to nominate your favorite local small business. So thank you all for being here. We hope you're well, stay safe, and we'll be seeing you again soon on our next episode. Thank you.